Coming up on today's FNN, a dive into the reliability of AI fact-checking.
Plus, how a group visiting EK looks to inspire new leaders around the school.
And we talk about spring sports. Stay tuned for all that and more because FNN starts now. Happy Friday, Falcons. I'm Nia Hawley.
And I'm Christian Salas-Salinas.
In today's world, ChatGPT is one of the most popular forms of answering questions, but with new technology comes new problems as well. Generative AI is fueling the rise of misinformation, and human fact-checkers are struggling to keep up. FNN reporter Julie Islas assesses the role of AI in fact-checking.
When AI produces false information, it is known as hallucinations, which, according to legal experts, is based off patterns from a larger dataset instead of facts. Human-generated content feeds AI tools, and it lacks the ability to create or independently research. School librarian Mrs. Musel recognizes AI's advancements but questions its integrity.
AI definitely does have its place. It is a very new technology, but the big thing is you really need to know where that information is coming from. That's what scares me about that fact-checking thing, relying on AI for it, because AI, you don't know necessarily where the information is coming from. It is actually really important whether you're doing a research paper for a class or just everyday life.
The Journal of Technology and Society reveals how human fact-checkers are likely to reject facts in favor of pre-existing beliefs. On the contrary, AI-driven fact-checking experiences less of a partisan bias. EK senior Peter Liu utilizes AI for assistance, but remains skeptical in its reliability in all areas.
I don't really trust it that much, and the math I'm doing right now is like a lot of subjective work, so I have to like label the coordinates myself and decide where something is. Yeah, I did use Grammarly. Currently am using Grammarly. It really helps me for my spelling check, and sometimes I do grammatical mistakes which are easy to fix, so Grammarly really helps with that.
AI does not understand the information it processes, because it cannot grasp context like humans do. As IBM mentioned in an article titled, "What are AI hallucinations?" If a model is trained on a dataset with underrepresentative data, it may hallucinate patterns and reflect those biases. Mrs. Musel emphasizes the enduring value of physical books.
Physical books definitely do have a place in the research process, and I have many that I would actually recommend to students based on what your topic is. I have some great information that's out there.
Books provide a strong foundation for research, and although AI fact-checking seems like a time-saving solution, it could be putting your credibility at risk. At EK, I'm Julie Islas.
With AI at your fingertips, it's easy to overlook information quickly, so thinking critically matters more than ever.
East Carolina recently welcomed Jostens Renaissance for a special leadership conference with inspiring speakers and interactive sessions. The event aimed to strengthen school culture. FNN reporter Owen Renwick was there to experience the event.
What makes East Kentwood feel safe isn't the increased security measures or the vending machines, but the community, and the idea that there is always something for somebody. And that starts with leadership. Recently, EK invited Keith Hawkins, a nationally used speaker, along with Jostens Renaissance to help demonstrate to student leaders, musicians, and athletes the school's connections back to leadership.
Most people feel like they truly belong here, and I really think that starts with leadership. And when I think of leadership, I think about your principal and all your assistant principals. I really truly think that everything rises and falls with leadership. Since I've been around the administration, all they've been doing is talking about all the adults in the building, talking about the security guards, talking about the guy who rides around in his scooter, talking about Milk Dud, talking about all these great people at this school. They never take the credit. They never take the credit. They're saying this is not us that makes this school amazing, it's them. Then they start talking about all the students, and then they called you guys my kids. These are our kids. I mean, these are their students, to be honest. But when you feel like people treat you like family and you are part of their family, I just think that it creates a culture and environment that makes people feel like they belong.
Some may feel the sense of belonging starts with admin students, but it revolves around the teachers and how they are an instrumental factor to success. The Vice President for School Culture and Events for Jostens Renaissance, Michael Wolf, elaborates how the tour attempts to expand that connection.
Renaissance is not just for students, it's also for teachers. We want every single teacher to love their job, because when they do and walk into that classroom, it's going to help students love being there too. But when a student and a teacher are connected, I think it builds trust and it just builds comfortability that drives success.
A school's sense of self doesn't just appear, it can take up to decades of construction. Beginning with the foundation of community, Renaissance recognizes and attempts to strengthen what's already there. Sarah Sasker elaborates.
The key to developing a great culture in a school, really, we have a formula that includes 5 R's, but it really boils down to developing relationships and recognizing and reinforcing and rewarding the behaviors that you want to see every day. And when you do that, then a school starts to see results in a great culture.
EK invited multiple schools across the state of Michigan to attend the conference as well. According to ActiveMinds.org, up to 23.1% of students feel left out from others. Conference ambassador Philip Campbell expresses how working for Jostens has helped him support countless more students across the nation.
You know, at my high school, I could impact 1,150 kids every school year. But with what we do with Renaissance, we have the opportunity to impact literally thousands each and every single week. If you look at an event like today where we had 500 students from probably 15 to 20 different schools, if each one of those schools takes back just one idea from the day and implements it and makes an impact, it just has that ripple effect. And I think that's a really, really cool thing when you think about it from that perspective.
With groups such as Renaissance and their work with EK, they're not just making leaders, they're helping fix the patches in schools' communities to help make students feel seen. From East Kentwood, I'm Owen Renwick.
Jostens is looking forward to making East Kentwood a regular visit, and they were incredibly excited about the future leaders walking in the halls here.
Many students at our school dream of achieving a future in theater and performance. But did you know that there is a musical production held at our school every year and is only a few days away? This year's cast of the production The Prom has been hard at work as they prepare for their final performances. FNN's Mariah Frierson explores the behind-the-scenes preparation process for this year's show.
The theater world has captivated students from the music to the dances and even the creative connections along the way. The performers follow a well-thought-out rehearsal schedule, making sure that the final performance have the most success. Brooklyn Berlin, the actress of Emma in this year's production, explains that even though the rehearsal process for the show has been a big time commitment, she doesn't regret it.
You're rehearsing every single day until 5:30, and then it gets to blocking rehearsals, which is like the staging where we move, and then we're here until 6 every day for most of February, and then we get to end of March, and we're here from about 6 to 10 during tech week rehearsals, and those can get very tiring, but despite that, it's really fun.
Year's performers have already had some big achievements, but also challenges that challenge the young actors. The process of hard work can teach you a lot about yourself as a performer. Tyler Griggs, the actor of Barry, explains how the whole process has been very insightful, helping the performers learn more about themselves as actors as well as people.
Helps us learn and improve on what we already experienced in the past with these other productions we produced. Or if people have never done these musicals before, they learn the skills of what type of stuff is put into the musical, what do we learn, how do you learn to be this character.
Who enjoy doing theater in middle school, being a part of a high school production might be great for you. It is a fantastic use of your time if you are interested in working in this type of career field. Mr. Traylor, this year's music director, explains that being a part of a high school theater is a great practice for what to expect in the bigger theater world.
It's such a big step from middle school theater. There's a lot of moving parts. There's a lot more activeness in the dancing and the choreography and the blocking. For students who do want to pursue like maybe college theater or community theater, it's great to get to, have that audition process, to see what that's like, to understand like the time commitment, to understand the energy levels that you're going to need throughout the rehearsal process. I think overall it does a great job preparing you for college and community theater.
Interested in joining next year's musical, feel free to email Mr. Mellema for more information or stop by room 121. At EK, I'm Mariah Frierson.
Opening night is next Thursday and the entire production is excited to see you there.
And that wraps up your news this week, Falcons.
Now let's send it over to Erica Large for your EK Sports Report.
It's your girl Erica, and this is your EK Sports Report. Today, I am going to preview our spring sports. But starting things off, we have a brand new state champ here at EK. Last week, senior diver and All-American Fidel Byringero won the state championship for diving. He has also earned all-state honors to cap off a truly historical season and one of the best ever for a male diver at East Kentwood. Truly one for the history books. Way to go, Fidel! Wednesday, our Lady Falcons kicked off their season against Union High School with a massive 6-0 win. Star senior co-captain and future University of Toledo player Ella Zorhoff scored 5 goals and Lily B scored 1, helping the Falcons to an opening day win. Zorhoff says that her goal this season is to enjoy her last year with the program and better her skills and be uplifting to her teammates.
For the team, I feel like we just want to enjoy our time together because it's like my last year and all the other seniors last year, and we want to have fun. Got the win yesterday, so that was good, and we all really worked for it and worked hard for it. Me personally, I just want to make my teammates better and like help everyone out, and I feel like this team we have is really fun and we always have like fun memories together. So.
Last but certainly not least, I want to give a quick shout out to our girls basketball team for being district champs for the first time in 6 years. Well, that does it for today's sports report. We'll be back next week to talk more spring sports. Now, let's flip it back to the deck.
Thanks, Erica. And that does it for today's show.
We'll be right back next week, Friday, with more. But until then, make sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the Falcon News Network on YouTube, where you can catch sports live streams, previous episodes, and other great content.
Plus, check out the posters around the school to tune in to our radio station and check out our Spotify podcasting channel.
We'll see you back here next week.